We've got a new season underway, we've got a new patch, but seems like we're going to be dealing with some of the same old things that we've been dealing with the last year, including these two teams, BetBoom and GAIMIN Gladiators, two of the only rosters who didn't really change a damn thing. Well, we'll see what Save's able to do with this support Centaur. I'm a believer, Avery's not. I'm a believer in Huskar being countered. I'm a big believer in ganking this guy as soon as possible, and they're going to try and do just that, but the gankers are going to turn around, and it's going to be Pure who's going to be dying first as they easily pick it up with Dyrachyo. They really misread that situation on BetBoom.
Out of this lane matchup, which is not getting better for Nightfall at all.
It's going to get even worse if they start giving away kills, too. Ooh. Beautiful stomp. What a great three-man stomp, Avery, and a double edge that hits all of them. And who said Centaur can't make plays?
And he's dead.
Yeah, but it was a big move.
I think Pure's dead, too.
Nobody's going to TP rotate for this? No?
And Dyrachyo got the last hit.
They have to kill him bottom lane. You must kill Ace here.
I mean,
otherwise,
with the what? With the what? That's what I was saying. Nightfall's just getting bullied in this lane. He has no aggressive potential here.
So you were just talking to the audience in general, not to me specifically.
Yeah, that wasn't the audience in general.
Oh.
I'll let you in on a secret. The reason the Huskar on your team is 0-10 is because you don't go and play around.
That is true.
Ooh.
GPK kills Quinn. He got a Sunstrike on him. Yeah, anytime you amp up pure damage in any way. Thing is, Quinn's not going to be abandoning this this jungle spot that he...
Well, he is going to abandon it for a little bit. I mean... and a Reaper on the Crystal main.
Well, it's going to be instead Ace who is going to get Sunstruck. Not quite enough damage, but they'll get there in the end. Nobody's coming to save him. Looks like Pure, they're going to try and do some damage to him here. Good use of that Ghost Shroud to dodge damage from that unstable concoction. Unfortunately, the damage from Celery being level 7. The supports are just feasting on GAIMIN Gladiators.
This is a last pick Necro in a favorable match that went 1 and 3. Again, you want to use these ults off cooldown if you can in this game, and you want to find the big core targets. So they're going to look deep here.
Yeah, I mean, one target is the Huskar has an Aegis, so can't really go for that. If they just catch Celery, that's not going to feel great, but they use the Chronosphere to lock down all these heroes. Can they get the one kill that they're looking for? They do. Tornado not quite clipping Quinn there. Maybe would have been able to take away his Aegis, which they do with a Sunstrike. Well done.
Damn, he is on point today, GPK.
Gotta has to be to turn this game around. Tofu and Ace still feeling like they can keep being aggressive. Another good stomp that's going to land on a Tofu. They'll both die. Support for support.
Another kill for GPK. He's just racking him up here. This is pushing him towards his Midas off that Vessel.
They have the Reaper's Scythe that they wanted to put it to use here. There is Ace sitting in the back line. So Pure's got to push away Ace to make sure there is no Shallow Grave save, but they don't even need it. They just put the damage in regardless, and Ace never really got the opportunity.
But they aren't really progressing the map or progressing the game. They're not closing out BetBoom farming right now. And you got to remember, they have double Midas. So you're going to pull ahead a little bit with Greevil's Greed here, but not by a huge margin.
He goes for it straight up. Sees an opportunity to blow up the Dazzle, the hero that they are most worried about when it comes to the counterplay against their Reaper's Scythe, but Nightfall is going to be caught. Not that Time Walk is going to be able to get him away. What a stomp, though, coming in from safe. Not enough to be able to help him, but it does bring down Tofu. Now they just need to be able to kite out this BKB and get away from Quinn, but Quinn is going to be able to catch up to Pure, slowing him down further, and that'll be the end of him. They even get a little bit more here. Looks like the, they caught up to save. Celery trying to defend himself against Toronto Tokyo gets the help. A lending hand there from the Sunstrike of GPK gives Toronto Tokyo the vision to land that last hit. Do not hype up Tinker players.
The Tinker player must struggle for all the 60 or 80 minutes to win that game, you know?
Shallow Grave is the counter, ready to go.
Yeah, that was an ambitious
and with the Aghanim Scepter, Pure's not going anywhere.
Or an ambitious Reaper Scythe, I would say.
A foolhardy one, perhaps.
Look
at that! Quinn aggressively TPing onto the creep, uses the glyph to make sure it stays alive.
Yeah, where you going, son?
I wonder if it was on cooldown.
Radiant structures are fortified.
That's a weird interaction. But we're going to see the high ground here because, again, you mess up a little bit, use one of those ults. Go high ground, they're going to try for another huge kill thing, get it, but no Chrono this time.
No Chrono, so this time around, Dyrachyo's able to get off the BKB, and boy, does he chunk down. And it's interesting how really GAIMIN Gladiators is to continue to take fights without the Alchemist.
I mean, this lineup, just there's so much sustain. Any of their 3 cores can back the other one up. So as long as they have 2 of the 3, your lineup cannot deal with the sustain going high ground unless you have everybody together with the ult soft cooldown. It's just not an easy fight to take. That they've been playing this game fairly well, but one bad death bottom for Pure in the wrong part of the map, the bulwark in that formation, and then everybody's ready to take the fight when it happens. He gets caught out like this. That's a very different story where, I mean, you're just a pickoff, right? There's no chrono turnaround on the clump, but damn, no Aegis. They are still forcing the issue. They got a glyph, and you got to remember cheese on Quinn here. Something you have to keep in mind when you're playing around with the chrono and the Reaper.
I feel like the Enchantress is actually maybe one of the worst pickoffs. They get the Chronosphere, actually
Down
manage to get it. Quinn walks into it, and they went for the Dazzle, trying to blow him up before the Shallow Graves come factor, but Ace managed to get it off just in time. Now he's turning around, getting off these hexes while Durachu goes for the kill on Toronto Tokyo. He wants that support. Dengani gets it on the dieback. Now Nightfall has to retreat. Durachu's too much to handle during his BKB, but it's going to wear out soon. Now they can start pumping that magic damage into him. Snowball save, pushes them over onto the center, manages to finish him off. Durachu getting low, though, kited out, and will end up dying. BetBoom will hold this fight for now, and they will take it. They cost them a bit, so they know that GAIMIN Gladiators in this spot. They need to be able to group up a little bit more here.
The Wolf will tank a Huskar jump.
Get a little vision. Durachu, he's going to pop it, running into Toronto Tokyo. He hops himself away.
We got the Dazzle again.
He's got the Dazzle on the side, but he's got a Neon Disc this time around. It's going to be a much harder kill, but they still managed to get the stomp. Can they finish him off in time? The Bachelor coming through, but no, he got off the Shallow Grave.
Now
and now they're going to start running out of damage. Durachu and Quinn placed aggressively, not going to allow Nightfall to be able to jump away so easily. Gets another time walk off. Into the pit he goes, but he's trapped in a corner, and there's nothing GPK can do to stop it.
At least he'll get out. Really heads up play by GPK to hold the Cataclysm, actually, because that Cata hit after the Aeon Disc. I don't know if, I mean, I'm sure he noticed it, but that was the only thing that made that fight close.
Is this the pick? Is this just trying to get away? I'm not sure what's going on here because GPK and Stay both look unsure about this situation. Oh no! The snowball pulled him up into the high ground after they tried to chase after GPK, who blinked in a direction that pulled that snowball straight into Pure.
That was not the gank he was looking for.
No, it wasn't.
But damn, losing the Necro actually feels really bad there, as GPK will throw his teammate under the bus.
I think there was an assumption there that GAIMIN Gladiators were going to be playing for Roshan, and anybody who showed anywhere else was going to be a pickoff.
There's no glyph here. Got 45 seconds.
No buyback.
Algold's coming up at 15. No chrono for 35. This is a very awkward situation.
And if they get this kill in Toronto Tokyo, that makes it even harder. That's supposed to be their big poke in the back line.
Do you commit for throne here if you're gaming? You know. Okay, the glyph actually just came up. Don't know if they had the clock on this.
Make things a little bit more awkward. Durachu's going to make the jump in onto the Faceless Void. They've got the damage to blow him up, and that Chronosphere is not there. The Cataclysm wasn't enough to get a kill, and that's the end of the game. GAIMIN Gladiators look for an opportunity to end it quickly.
Okay, I mean, a sequence of unfortunate events would be the call from BetBoom. A sequence of, well, yeah, that's what we expected to happen all along if you're gaming.
I think it could still work because you have a Stampede to go around. You can stay on high range. I think you have a good matchup against the TB.
Interesting. So the Huskar is actually taken in this game too, but this time around it's by BetBoom.
Look to shine because he has great cores to go in and do it up for him. And very strong lanes coming from BetBoom. I expect the Huskar to do well. I expect the Wind Ranger to do okay. I don't know how this Dazzle Wind Ranger lane actually is in the side lane.
Yeah, it seems a little weird. They're going to go for it underneath the tower. Tofu managed to bait them in a little bit, hits him with the double avalanche. A lot of damage returned back, and Pure keeps going that direction. He will be cut down very easily, and Toronto Tokyo might join him as well. Ace and Tofu chased a little bit there, met with some resistance from Save and Nightfall, though.
Now that hero had some flex too, right?
Yep,
but it was mostly because the lane phase was solid, and then it was like no game in which it was bad. It just worked with everything.
Trying to get the toss back,
ambitious.
but one of the advantages of this matchup, Wind Ranger has win run against the Dazzle, always able to make sure that you can't maintain that poison touch you're looking for.
That's annoying. And BetBoom are going to try and make this mirrored move on the other side of the map, and they have a lot more spell damage to throw into the defenseless Terrorblade here.
Who is still silenced, but the Ghost ends up dying, and Celery running interception, beautifully covering both Toronto Tokyo and Save in the slows. The damage over time is going to burn out both of them with the Sunray. Yeah, he's got him. Pretty rough, but...
I mean, his net worth looks fine. I don't really know how, because he's 30 CS behind and
frankly,
30
GPK
denies
dies here to look a whole lot better. The Avalanche, though, they got to chase him down. If anybody from the support lobby...
There's no support lobby, dumbass. You think there's a support lobby that took 8 years to get cheaper salves?
Free
That's your support
couriers.
lobby.
Toronto Tokyo getting a punch in before he is still going to be in some trouble. They have the Inkswell, but Tofu's going to cover him pretty nicely. I guess he maybe saw the Tusk and figured, okay, he's just going to shard. I'm not going to be able to chain this very well.
tumbler action.
You're really trying for this one. He does have save right behind him. With the Inkswell and the silence, they can bring down Duraccio solo. That's the downside of being so aggressive and willing to just play.
Yep, it is. Duraccio will not get caught. It might be the counter smoke. Blink up on Tofu. He's going to toss him in.
Okay, there goes his Aegis. Beautiful stop though on the
triple.
3 from here with a snowball over the 3 as well. That's beautiful stuff with a double edge onto these two heroes, but they got off the Supernova. They realized their CC was going to be running out. GPK doesn't even have attack speed to be able to finish off the egg either. They couldn't get a kill. Oh, what? Duraccio shot down by Nightfall right through the heart. And they're too late on the side of GAIMIN Gladiators to save him, but they can't get some revenge. Still battling it out. Quinn biding his time, waiting for an opportunity to go back onto Nightfall. Forced out a win run. Meanwhile, the snowball is going to put him in an awkward position. Tofu tries to go for the kill on Nightfall. Not quite enough damage, but Nightfall is in deep. He's got to find a way to juke his way out of here because he doesn't have a TP yet.
It doesn't surprise me because I think Lion players are in that category where they've fallen. Like, they've fallen out of society.
Okay.
And they need a direction in life, you know what I'm saying? And Lion, there's that Maelstrom going to work again as we get another big kill streak.
Yeah, great analysis.
I mean, this skirmish power's heating up. Duraccio going to try and
Duraccio
turn
sees
this.
an opportunity that you don't have the focus fire, so now he feels comfortable taking the fight, especially into the Huskar operating on low HP. The physical damage is a threat, and GPK has to reset, especially off that Supernova being used, but that's fine with BetBoom. They got the kill on Quinn.
Yeah,
they
got
don't
the
get
meta.
more.
It'll
So
be a
meta used and
smoke.
nothing really for it.
And GAIMIN are going to try and fight without the Pangolier.
Oh, they're still going to go for the... Wait. Nobody followed him in.
Oh, 2-man
Oh!
stun.
Pure, that's an opportunity to go for the back line instead of Duraccio. Did they get the kill? They do, just in time. No opportunity for a Shallow Grave, and now Duraccio is battling without his supports. Got him on the Grim Stroke ultimate there, just trying to slow him down. Kite him out as much as possible. Another opportunity to hit a stomp, and it Inkswell too much. Chain stuns. Back and forth, BetBoom go. Working GAIMIN Gladiators in this fight, and Quinn, desperation, trying to make something happen out of this one, but can't really go back in. He's going for Pure instead, but Pure's pretty tanky. They have the Inkswell. Finish just pulls Celery out of position. They get another kill.
God damn, BetBoom putting on a back and forth clinic right here as they just step in and out of the fight beautifully. Kite out GAIMIN.
It's going to work well against Dazzle.
I mean, Ag kick on Tusk is never bad, right? That's how I'll put it. But I think he needs the BKB to interact into the Tiny and into the Pango roll. He wants to guarantee that he can snowball C.
Okay. We'll see. It's all you know, all fun and games when you're out in the open field to battle, but when you're trying to siege a high ground, it becomes a whole lot different game. But a surprise initiation does work out very nicely. Picking off Quinn there.
Yeah,
maybe they could just go right past that tier 2 in the mid lane and hit the tier 3 at top instead.
Aggressive cheese eaters.
Want to try and take a 2-life Huskar fight.
I don't think they're fighting this until the Pango's ready to respond. Though Tofu might go for some toss backs.
Might be able to take away that Aegis. They do, but they're going to get caught in the process. Immediately Tronster Tokyo looks for the jump in onto the Dazzle. They block him out with the shards. Another stomp landing for Pure, beautiful stuff. And they'll clean up the Dazzle while trying to back away. Now they have to get away from this Supernova. Celery doing a great job of positioning this.
Gotta be careful of this Pango respawn getting chased down. This Scotty.
Oh, down a little bit. Tofu wants to hop out there, but afraid of a rebuttal there from BetBoom. And after all, you don't want to stretch yourself too much out here.
Late mail on an intelligence hero? It doesn't make any sense, man. It just doesn't make...
Next thing you know, you're jumping into
big team fight.
5 heroes.
Very pivotal team fight for Roshan.
The Shard not going to be able to block anybody off. Quinn gets a really good roll in, though. Can Duraccio get a kill off of this control? Actually bumps into the Tusk as he comes out of the snowball. Perfect opportunity. They do get something out of it.
Oh,
now the toss back. No, toss straight up. But the jump in from Pure with a shackle from behind. Nightfall does manage to get that execution, but without the focus fire, can they handle Duraccio? Still just beating down heroes. Whoever shows up, the TP away is not good enough for Pure. Once again, the Supernova allows them to be able to push back BetBoom. Nightfall almost dying. Unfortunately, Swashbuckle was in the wrong direction. Duraccio was left alone. The entire team abandoned Duraccio on a second life, chasing after this Wind Ranger. They do finally manage to get him.
Other team! Well, that's probably the last time too, but he was not getting a lot of lucky shots throughout that fight, so I feel a little bad for him, but what can you do?
Celery being pulled. Oh, the full-on drag. GPK actually gets pulled way out of position thanks to that dive. Supernova, though, will it result in anything here? The only person up there is Pure. Meanwhile, Nightfall jumps in the back once again, managed to get the lockdown on the Dazzle. The Yule Scepter, though, it's stopping some of the damage, but the stuns continue to rain on in, and Pure is massive. Look at that horse, boy. He's huge. He's a goddamn lifestyle. He's just manning up against Duraccio for now, trying to draw some attention away from GPK, who does manage to get the ink swell. Dispel, straight fight. Oh, it's a close one, but he does manage to get the kill before he... No, he doesn't even die to the Tiny. Now it gets popped by Ace. Meanwhile, Quinn finally gets his man, hunts down the hero in this Roshan pit.
Maybe we just keep it on the entire game. Just... It should be a volume control when the more damage gets done in a team fight, the louder the dubstep gets.
You can only do that if it's Doom soundtrack. So. Pure using the Stampede and his BKB to get away. GAIMIN Gladiators taking the chance to try and all in the Centaur, but instead they find GPK, who is going to lose their Aegis. Now, beautiful link there. Soulbind onto 2 cores. Pure coming back in, but he doesn't have the same kind of HP. Refreshes Stampede, but he can't get away in time.
Can't refresh the gravestone. It's just too damn late.
Toronto, oh, nice. Oh, even better. Toronto Tofu pushes himself over the shards to be able to still catch Toronto Tokyo and a Yule Scepter. And GPK in some trouble. Does have the invisibility here.
Gem on Quinn, though. But no Basher.
No Basher. So easier. There's like one little timing where it gets easier, and I think that's Nullifier on Wind Ranger.
Yeah, that definitely helps. Tofu jumps into 5. That's going to be a ways
away. Yule Scepter to be able to dodge the jump there from GPK, and a big hit there from the Pango. Quinn trying to follow it up some more. He got the BKBs out of him. Honestly, that's good enough for that initiation.
I mean, they got Egg and Meta and Roll.
But there's nothing to really get here with that meta. There's no Roshan, so they kind of need to be able to find more, and they got it with the toss back there.
Another Yule dodge, man.
He's got a lot of movement speed. Look at Pure. He's getting a position here to be able to get a big stomp. Only gets it onto the...
they found Dazzle?
Hey, they do manage to get the Dazzle. Nightfall really quick with the refresh. Thunder save from Duraccio. Pops his BKB, but it's too much. He got himself killed. Saving Ace, but no Shallow Grave to be able to return the favor in time.
You should have thundered yourself, man. That was not worth it at all. He's going to have to buy back here. There's so many stacks on Pure right now. 100%. And that was a much... cleaner re-engage by BetBoom. As they're still hunting for Duraccio, trying to get a dive back out of him, but a little too far here. Another great shackle by Nightfall, man. He has just found them every fight.
Another one.
This is the dieback.
Is that the end of the game?
Just didn't work out. Now you're gonna lose some racks as punishment here, but they're not going drone.
They are not. Probably gonna go for full-out megas, and then we'll see what they do from there.
I'm surprised they're not going through. I mean, you know he has no buyback. It was a minute ago.
I will say that it's tough. Oh, Toronto Tokyo gives them an opening here with the Aghanim Scepter, but they do have that upgraded Yules to be able to get some distance back into his base, and the Supernova's covering him as well. With the constant refreshes, man, it's pretty annoying. The stun is going to be able to land on GPK. He's a little bit low, and his BKB is wearing thin, but Quinn really deep in there, gets caught by a shackle. Now he's going to buy back. Once again, the Wind Waker being able to bail out Ace, but they don't really have the damage to stop BetBoom. They maybe are keeping their Dazzle alive, but they can't actually keep BetBoom.
I mean, buybacks and Glyph, Duracio's up in 10. This is actually a hold.
This is enough. It's enough to be able to stave off Mega Creeps.
They have the tools now to deal with the utility and the saves as long as they can get on top of you, find the right targets.
Oh, they might be able to find GPK first. No, this is perfect. A toss back into the Rolling Thunder, chaining the Suns beautifully. And now he's so low, he's not going to be able to do anything. The perfect pick-off. A dieback on the carry with 2 minutes on the clock. They're going to fight this out 4 versus 5 anyway. See if they can go through. The double edge is pretty nice. The toss away onto Dazzle. Dazzle's low and he dies. Immediate buyback coming in. They need to be able to bail out Duraccio. Here's caught in the soul blind. Constantly stunned up. Ace, yeah, the Dark Portrait is going to work here, but Ace, they can help deal with that one. They have the sustain to keep their fight going through. They have to get this Roshan, though, in this window of time.
Nightfall does not have enough to commit to this fight. He has to go to base, so it's all up to Pure, who finds them all on the hill, but is that the fight you wanted to go into there?
Yeah, they're stalling him from going through the portal to get to Roshan, but he'll die for it, and now he doesn't have buyback. Is this a change of plans for GAIMIN Gladiators? They're going to look for more now. Save doesn't manage to get out. Jumping forward. Ace. He can catch him here.
Yeah, this is Tinker Dazzle.
He has this Blink Dagger. He's going to be able to catch up. The Wind Waker first, then follow it up with a
BKB.
Poison Touch. He does have the tag team into Blink.
Did you get the Blink?
No. Couldn't get the Blink away. Hit by the damage. Another pickoff. Another hero. This
Game's
one
just crumbling.
does have buyback, though.
I thought this was just GG for BetBoom. They went throwing somehow. GAIMIN with no buyback on the Terrorblade. I think Tofu's going to look for the jump. He just doesn't have the vision.
No, it's going to be
instead.
him getting jumped instead with Toronto Tokyo pouncing first. An avalanche onto 3, but they have the nullifier to stop
he's
him.
in trouble.
Any Yule shenanigans are ruined. Meanwhile, taunted up, so he's going to be bounced off the wall and bounce back into them. Pops the cheese, but the damage is overwhelming. He needs the shallow grave. He needs another one. Ace is going to be able to keep him alive a little bit longer, but now Ace out of position. Now he's going to be locked down with a Terror Wave, trying to push him all back. Ace still up, but Pure will put him down.
They did not get the pain go off. After all of those graves, now Ace left in no man's land will have to Wind Waker his way away, but this fight has been abandoned by GAIMIN as there's just not enough graves in the tank to bail the Pangolier off that taunt ulti. Backfired there.
Radiant are scanning.
We're looking at a Megas.
Once again,
more.
the
Will not go through him.
initiation going to be so important. Toronto Tokyo looks for it and gets it onto Duracio. BKB immediately going to be put to use as he resets with the Sunder as well, but
Oh,
still
he got
caught by
taunted.
GBK with the taunt. They need the help, but the Tofu's holding onto his buyback. They're going to go for a tossback play. That's their really only option now, but it's too late to get him in the fountain.
He does not have buy. He's 150 gold short, 120 gold short,
Somebody get out there on the map, find a bounty
50
room.
gold short. Taking up fast here.
But it may not be coming up in time
It's
because
up.
Quinn's already been jumped. The Nullifier's put onto Tofu as well. They're both in trouble. A toss back onto Pure into the fountain,
He's
but
too
he is
big.
too tanky. The fountain's not going to be enough. Not a couple hits like that.
This man's got 10k HP. Can't even buy his item. He's too damn
Durantio's
big.
trying to jump in. Prier's just waiting his time. Come out of your fountain. Get stunned immediately for a billion seconds.
I just sit there for the memes.
Why don't you do that with the Wind Ranger and he focus fires the throw?
Because that's too easy. Got to do it the hard way. Send a message. It'll be the last fight for GAIMIN. No Pangolier.
There's the toss back. This is what they got to use with the blink back as well. They got Pure pretty far in,
that
but once again,
shackle.
he's too
Light
taken
of
to deal
heaven.
with that. A shackle from Nightfall is just beautiful. Fortunately, the heals are there. The problem is their base is in trouble.
Yeah, the
it's
throne.
no longer about keeping your heroes alive. It's about the throne that's happening, and the stuns just keep on raining in. The Soulbind, they actually have to toss away. Does manage to break some of that one, but it still managed to get the kill, and it's too much for GAIMIN Gladiators. They can't handle the heat the BetBoom brought to this game, too. Off the back of the Huskar. They'll be able to do it. Huskar, 100% win rate in ESL 1 Kuala Lumpur.
I mean, that's what we all expected, right? You come in day one, you drop some cheese,